So I just got finished with my morning workout. I like to hit a workout in the mornings because I feel like, it sets me up for the day mentally, just gets me right in the head. Usually what I'll do in the morning is I'll pray, have a, meditation, praying, reading, and then I'll get right into my morning workout. And then I like to shoot a YouTube video for my, YouTube channel. The reason why I'm telling you this, guys, is because the most basic habits that I've adopted have legitimately changed my life, helped me make more money, helped me, stay in better shape, helped me, attract better relationships, romantically and, in business. And I want to give you guys some advice, especially, you guys that are maybe around my age, 27, I'm going to be 28 in a few months, so around 30. Look, you're not in college, anymore. It's been a few years at this point. If you did go to college, I didn't go to college, but a lot of you guys are around that age, if you're my age, where you're trying to figure your shit out, more or less. Really trying to figure it out. Almost now you're in a hurry. A lot of guys can probably relate to this, when they're past age 25 and, getting closer to age 30, it's almost like they want to start taking their life seriously all of a sudden. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because when I was, up until like age 24, I really kind of fucked off a lot in my 20s. I did, some work here and there, I worked a lot of different jobs and, it is what it is, but I never really took my life as seriously as I wanted. I never really focused on building a business. I had my coaching thing on the side, but it was more just like a part-time gig, and I could never really figure out a way to turn it into a business. And honestly, I just never put the work in. The reason that I'm saying this is because now at this age, I've really realized what the main components are of, how your day should be set up as far as like, productivity as a man, and then also how your life should be set up, or like, longer term goals should be set up, like your year or the next 5 years. Now take this advice with a grain of salt. You don't have to do this, but these are the 4 things that I find are the most important in life, and are really, you can pretty much narrow everything down in your life to these 4 components or 4 pillars. And the first one is fitness. The second one is finances. The third one is friendships and family. So like just relationships in general. And then the fourth one is faith. And I'm going to start with the first one. And the first one is obviously, getting your workout in, having some sort of regimen that's part of your daily schedule, and it's habitual for you. You have some sort of training that you do on a weekly basis, multiple times a week or every day, that gets you in the zone physically and mentally. It's to keep you healthy, it's to keep you in shape, and it's just to keep you sharp overall. Yeah, thanks, dude. Well, he's going to work, and I'm going to explain why I'm not driving to work right now at, whatever time it is in the morning. This is actually a really valuable video. So fitness is a huge part. Fitness too, this is really in my opinion, this is the way that a lot of guys will come about this, their success journey, or, come into their own and really like realize who they are. It starts with fitness. First, you got to get jacked. First, you got to get in shape. You got to put better food into your body, and you just have to have some sort of exercise regimen. That's really easy and super simple, and anyone can start with that. It requires little money. It requires, honestly, barely any time, because you can work out, an hour, every day, and that's really like a few percent, of your day. Fitness is super important. So once you get that on point, you're good. Then you move to the next step, which is usually finances. For a lot of guys, they're working their job. Maybe, they have a good job, or maybe they don't have a good job, but either way, you're probably working if you're a man. Or if you want to be somebody in life, or if you just take life seriously and you have responsibilities, you're probably working as a man. And if you're not, you're just losing right now. And honestly, getting a job is one of the easiest things ever. You can fucking apply anywhere. If you're broke right now in your 20s, especially late 20s, you really have no excuse, because you can be working 2-3 jobs if you really fucking wanted to. So at the end of the day, that's that. But get your finances on point. Now, what does this mean? This doesn't mean you have to go try to be an entrepreneur. This doesn't mean you have to necessarily try to do this outrageous fucking thing with your life. But you have to understand that finances are important. They're hugely important, especially as a man. You have to have a good job. You have to have some sort of business plan. You have to have some sort of fucking plan as a man for your finances. It doesn't have to be set up perfectly. You just have to have a way to make money, to pay your bills, and then to be able to provide for yourself, but others around you as well. This is a really huge way that a man can gain power, and in a good way, because you have to look at yourself as a provider, as a man. Like, a lot of people are going to be looking up to you like, hey, I need help with this, I need help with that, they're gonna be looking up to you for guidance, and you're gonna need to help those people. And just knowing that you're able to do that, especially for like, you know, your mom or maybe the women in your life, it really gives you a good feeling and makes you feel like, you know, I have a purpose here, you know? Like I actually can help people, I can provide value for myself and others around me. The third one, and this is one that's more abstract for people, but that's friendships and family. Now, as a man, look, we're fucking busy. Like we got, you know, for example, I got 2 businesses, I got a girlfriend, I got other life stuff going on. I don't really have time to necessarily worry about keeping up with, you know, friendships or things that don't really give me value. So, you know, you don't have to be friends with everybody. Keep your circle small, know who your fucking people are. That's obviously a given, you know, but you have to realize that, you know, part of life in general is being able to, you know, have those positive relationships. You know, as a human, you really have no choice. You're going to have to work with other individuals if you want to live a fulfilling life. If it's even, you know, if you're a family man, even if you're not a family man, at work, with your customers, when you do your fucking taxes, when you go to, you know, go to any store, you know what I mean? It's like, you're going to have to deal with people. You're going to have to learn to communicate with them. And also you're going to have to learn to communicate with yourself. So like, building that relationship with yourself will help you build a relationship with other people. So, you know, the first 2 are really important, fitness and finances, but those 2 are really like precursors to really building healthy relationships with people. And you might think like, why? Like, why is that so important? Why is fitness and finances so important for building relationships with other people? Because as a man, if you're not in shape, your mindset's gonna be shit. You're not gonna love yourself and respect yourself, so why the fuck would you love and respect other people? Finances, from a financial point, let me just ask you this. Have you ever met a dude that was like broke? This is how they act, right? They're stressed, they're complacent, they fucking complain about everything, they blame everyone else but themselves. Is that really the type of energy that you want to bring around people? You're just gonna be a bad fucking influence on people when you don't have your fitness and your finances right. So get those on point first. So back to the family thing. Family is the most important thing at the end of the day. Like your family, physically, like on this earth, those people are the most important people. Now, even if you're not necessarily tight with your, you know, your main family, like maybe you don't get along with your parents or your siblings or your cousins or your uncles, your grandparents, you can still create a family, you know, online. For example, I have a group coaching call that I do once a week. All those guys in that group, we're a family. Like we feed off of each other's energy. We lift each other up. It's that positive reinforcement constantly going back and forth between each other. Reciprocated relationship. That's really how all your relationships should be. This is one that could be iffy for people, but this is just faith. And this doesn't have to be some sort of religious, you don't have to you don't have to pray. I'm not saying be a Christian. I'm not even saying I'm religious. I'm not even saying I'm a Christian, or I even necessarily believe in like everything that has to do with a higher power and God and all that shit. This is all I'm saying, all right? Let's just keep it a fucking buck, because that's how we do it. We do it on my YouTube channel. Faith in general, that there is a higher power, that there is things that you just can't fucking see, you can't understand. Knowing that and understanding that you as a person and as a fucking man, you have a purpose, okay? Notice how I didn't say go to church. I didn't say read your Bible. I didn't say anything about God or anything like that. I'm not saying you have to do that, or I'm not even saying that I fucking do that. All I'm saying is understanding and respecting the fact that there is a higher power. There is things that you cannot see and you can't understand and conceptualize as a fucking human being. I've always felt like I was being guided by a higher power, that I was really just like a vessel. Even right now, making this fucking video, I don't even really feel like it's me. I feel like I'm just a messenger. I really feel like all of us as people, we're like deliverers of that higher power message. The way that we create it, and we create it in a human way, right? But it's really just showing love, right? Caring for other people. The way that I do it is through content and through my businesses. The way that you could do it is a totally different way. You know, maybe it's taking care of your family, or taking care of the homeless, or just sending a text to a buddy, or just picking up some trash. Like, it could be showing love to anything at any moment. I really feel like that's you connecting with your higher consciousness, your higher power. So guys, just to recap really quick: fitness, finances, friendships and family, relationships in general, and then faith. Guys, these are the four only things that I worry about in my life at this point. And when you can narrow your life down to these pillars, it helps you focus. You're not scatterbrained anymore. You're actually able to think, okay, what's actually important to me? My fitness, my finances, my friends and family, and then my faith. And that's it. It's really not complicated. Keep it simple, and you can move way faster.